A little show called Selling Sunset premiered its fifth season this past Friday on Netflix. We saw the real estate agents at the Oppenheim Group back at it, selling even more gorgeous houses and dealing with even more drama. And I'm seeing reactions to the new season all over my timeline. And I know a lot of you listeners want to get into everything that happened. So joining me now to talk about all things Selling Sunset is one of the cast members, Davina Potratz. Hey, Davina, welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you so much for having me. How are you?
I'm so good. I'm so good. And I can't wait to talk about this. So for those who haven't watched all of season 5 yet, just so you know, we are about to talk about a couple spoilers, just a heads up. But Davina, how was it filming this season, first and foremost? Like, what did you love and what did you not so love?
I had the most fun I've ever had in filming, and I really enjoyed myself. And, the fashion is always fun. It's a lot of work because, I style myself, and I think most of the ladies do, but it's a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun too. So, you can really let your fantasy run wild with some of these outfits and combinations of clothes. So that's always fun. I think you see more of the bonds people have and people defending each other because of the friendships they really do have, and I think that's great. And of course, there's always drama. And yeah, the stressful part is the drama, and certainly between castmates and also clients, as you saw. And I actually did go back to Adnan with a $75 million listing, and he gave me a new rental listing that I did successfully rent with an option to buy, which unfortunately you didn't see because there's so much other stuff happening, but there was a successful transaction with him. So that was very nice, and it kind of moved our relationship in a positive place.
Okay.
And then, yeah, of course, we have new cast members and lots of dynamics.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you about. We saw a new member, Chelsea, join the cast. Christine befriended her, kind of to have an ally, it seemed like, but we saw the two of you clash at Chelsea's tea party and afterwards. So where do you and Chelsea stand today? And what is it like welcoming in a new cast member? How does that change dynamic?
I actually really like having new cast members because it adds just fresh energy to the group. But what is challenging for them is they don't know all the bonds and the history and the different things that have happened, with good and bad, right? So
yeah,
because somebody might not be sitting with each other or talking about each other doesn't mean they're not friends and going to have each other's backs, which they then later kind of figure out. And also things that have happened, for example, between Christine and I, that there's no way you could possibly know 5 years of history. If you're brand new, you really can't judge. So that's
how are you and Chelsea now?
We're very different people, and I think we don't know each other very well. And I felt like she had very strong opinions that came out of nowhere about me and other castmates, and like Vanessa, for example, as well. And I didn't really appreciate that. And I certainly am not going to be disrespected when I didn't do anything to you. I don't even know you. So I made that very clear. And she just keeps making comments like, I don't stand for anything. It's just, that in itself is rude, but it's like, clearly I wasn't going to be disrespected. So, I have no problem with her. But I do think she was influenced by Christine. And I mean, there's no other way. How else could you possibly have these opinions about me? So that's what I'm sort of confused about. And, I think she's a great addition to the group. She seems very smart and fun, but we don't know each other very well. So I don't know.
Wow.
I think, yeah.
Okay. Well, one of the major moments that happened at the end of the season, sorry guys, if you haven't gotten there yet, but binge, was your coworker Emma saying that Christine offered to pay a client $5,000 not to work with Emma. So anyone who watches the show knows Christine definitely brings the drama, but this is pretty jaw-dropping. So what is your take on, I guess, the ethical part of that? And do you think it actually happened?
I really don't know if it happened. I wasn't there, so I can't speak to that. But I also don't know the details of either side, so I would be very careful to make a judgment because I don't know. And certainly as realtors, we have to take these code of ethics classes. I think it's every 2 years with National Association of Realtors. And there is a code of conduct that exceeds legal requirements. So where this scenario falls into that, I don't know because I don't know the details of it. And look,
but just hypothetically, personal opinion.
Yeah. It doesn't sound good. I'm very disappointed to hear that something like that even happened. But again, like, I don't know the details. So if Christine discusses with Jason and they have an explanation of some sort, then Jason will make that decision. But it doesn't sound great.
Well, this season we also saw Chrishell and Jason's relationship play out. Of course, this is something that we had been seeing and covering for a while, but now we got to see the details of it. Everyone seemed so supportive, but sadly, we also saw that kind of lead to their split. When they were together, did it change the dynamic of the office at all? Like, was there anything we didn't see play out on camera?
Well, I think they've had a lot of chemistry, and I didn't know at what point they started dating. So, you could have chemistry with a friend, we could have chemistry with a coworker. You just kind of get along, you have the same humor. So I wasn't sure at what point they started dating. So I did see more of the chemistry once they did confirm their relationship, which is kind of natural, right? So that is something that came up, but they're incredibly professional. And, I know Jason quite well, and I didn't think that he would go public with any relationship unless he really thought it was going to lead to something.
Yeah.
So that's why I said, well, I'm cautiously optimistic because I'm not sure what he wants to do, but people change. And the fact that he's going public with this makes me think maybe it is going to work. And I do think they really, truly tried. So, life is a gamble. Yeah. So what are you going to do? But
do you think they'll get back together?
I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know.
Uh-oh, I heard that. I don't think so.
because of the child thing, right? So if Jason is very firm on that, then I think that kind of, then Chrishell's not going to get back to, I don't know. That's what she said, because she wants a family, and I can relate to that. So I understand where she's coming from. So, but then again, if he doesn't want that, then you have to go with what you want in your heart. So I don't know.
Huge deal breaker. Yeah, that makes sense. So there is a Selling Sunset reunion coming up that fans are so excited for. I mean, what can we expect to see? I mean, it's filmed yet.
Yeah, so we filmed all day yesterday from very early.
Wow. Ooh, I'm getting fresh.
Till 10 p.m. So I just, barely woke up here, but surprisingly emotional. Very emotional, that we didn't expect. More updates on people's relationship statuses, a lot of detailed questions. Our host was fabulous and was really great with us, and just updates on how everybody feels about Christine, and we hear more from Chelsea, and we also hear a little more from Vanessa. So I think everyone gives their current status and kind of how they feel about the group and what's going on, and we have such a bond together. So
any major drama?
No, not any major drama. No, okay. But there's just a little bit of interaction between people, clearing the air.
Okay, clearing the air. And then I have to ask about this Bennifer 2.0 mention that made a splash in this season. I mean, Emma matching with Ben Affleck on Raya. Was that news to you when that was originally revealed?
That was news to me. I didn't know. I have no idea what happened there. She claims they matched. They may have. I have not seen any messages. I don't know. I mean, I don't think she would make anything up. But then I haven't seen, so I can't testify. But I think they, maybe at one point years ago. I have no idea.
Could you see that? I mean, he's completely and utterly with J-Lo, but before that happened,
years.
Could you see that possibly being a match, Ben Affleck and Emma? Do you think that could have worked?
I have no idea. I don't know. Maybe
like J-Lo isn't coming for me. I'm not speaking on it.
I have no idea. Maybe. I mean, Emma's a lot of fun. She's very sweet and she's beautiful. I don't know. Probably. Who knows?
Everyone, season 5 of Selling Sunset is streaming now on Netflix, and the reunion will air on May 6th on the streaming service. So, Davina, thank you so much for stopping by. It was great to have you.
Of course. Thank you so much for having me.